EA Sports. Welcome, everyone, to Annapolis, Maryland, and the Naval Academy, where we're honored to watch some of the nation's finest square off on the gridiron. There's nothing quite like a great rivalry matchup in college football. The bitterness, the intensity, the lifetime of memories that will come as a result of what we're about to see in this one. As we'll see, the winners of 3 straight, the Air Force Falcons, taking on a team from the Pac-12, the Navy Midshipmen. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here at the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Navy ready for kickoff as we get this game started. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Falcons offense will take the first swing of the game. There are always butterflies to start a game, but when you have a rivalry like this, the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive, guys.
They aren't all the same. We say that, but we know differently. The blood is boiling, the temperature is hot. Jesse, you want this week more than most.
Yeah, David, we played in these games before. Everything just seems to be heightened, right? The game seems to be moving faster. The crowd noise feels louder. Your composure will be tested early in a game like this.
Both of these teams right on the fringe of the top 25. This is the type of game that can help you earn some respect.
Absolutely. I mean, both these teams sitting right outside the top 25 have a great opportunity to get a good quality win and start to build momentum early in this season and see what kind of squad you're going to have, Palmer.
Both of these teams just want respect. They've worked so hard all offseason, all season up to this point to try to get that number beside their name. And this is the game. If you win it, you're going to get it.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Leaves it with the back. Look out, he's got room. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. And the Falcons want to pick up the tempo.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring.
And they got him. He'll get him down for the sack.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and they can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. Dropping back, it's Miranda. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. The biggest lie college football coaches tell is nameless, faceless opponent. David, game like this, you know their name and you know their face.
You know them well, and it does mean just a little bit more because it's bragging rights. Like, the rivalries matter so much. All throughout the year, all the fans talking about this game in particular, that's why it means more, and that's why these players will be jacked out of their minds.
He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
That's so frustrating. I got you in the perfect situation. I get you in 3rd and long, more predictable. I know it's going to be a pass, and then Houdini pulls the rabbit out of the hat, makes something happen, scrambles around, gets the first down. Goodness gracious, this guy is so good.
They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. The Falcons come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Caught behind the line. It's Sawyer. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
It's really easy to be a quarterback in an offense that runs the football and then runs play action. It makes it simple. It makes the reads easy. It sucks the linebackers and safeties up where I can just make plays right behind.
Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
Line gets set, first down. He wants to throw. He finds his man.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Wants to throw on 2nd down. Working that left side now. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. A new set of downs after the completion. It's on target and complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Last time these two got together, it was a tight one, Jesse.
It seems like every time these two teams play, the game just feels faster, right? Because it is a rivalry game. There's just a greater sense of urgency when we see these teams match up.
Yeah, the fans feel it. They know it. There's so much to it. They think about it all year long. They can talk about the next game on the schedule. They're always looking forward to this one.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
Ball at the 31, 3rd and short, coming defense trying to rise up. Wide out in motion. In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. Using the quick game. He'll come through on third down as he's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on third down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot. Get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
The give to the tailback. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Off play action. Little too much juice on that one from the junior.
Well, the defense watched film last week. They saw this running back catch multiple passes, and that hasn't been the case today. They are clamping down on him, always aware of him, especially in the passing game, and so far they've taken him away.
Quarterback checking the play. On third down, he drops to throw. Fires to the right. Makes the grab.
Really nice job there of the quarterback. Reading coverage, he knew exactly where to go with the football and at what exact time. Timing could not have been better. They get the completion on third down, setting up 1st and goal.
Navy will have it with a 1st and goal. He's looking to throw. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football, and you saw that there on the incompletion.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Motion from the offense. He's looking for a man on 2nd down. He caught it. They will score. Touchdown, Navy.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Hey, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what...
Pass on the way. It's picked off. Got room on the return. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
From the red zone, it's Brown. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. At the end of the quarter, Navy has the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the 2nd period. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Lets it go to the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On 3rd and short, the run and looking for the first down. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
No movement from the field goal unit. The offense is out there to try to keep this drive alive on 4th down. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. And it's incomplete, a missed opportunity for the offense.
That is just a play you have got to be able to come up with. They don't get bigger than that. 4th down, you've got to make the catch. Whether it's a perfect throw or whether it's off of your body, you're good enough and you're athletic enough to haul that play, and you've got to make the play for your quarterback and your offense to keep that drive alive, and he's not able to come up with it.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll go to the counter. Just a pickup of a couple out to the 15-yard line.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
To the air, it's Miranda. Unloads to the right. Pulls it in. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the 1st down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the 1st down. And the Falcons will hustle to the line. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Looking for a huge play.
This defense is heating up. They got an interception in the last possession. You could tell breaking on the football really, really well. Seeing where the quarterback's throwing it, going to try to get it. Got another hand on it. Almost had another interception.
They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. He locked up and held on to bring him down.
Well, they try to go with draw. They didn't catch the defense blitzing, so it wasn't a great look anyway. But up front, they just got beat regardless. And that back, David, had nowhere to go.
He had nowhere to go. But those offensive linemen, you got to set and you got to invite those defensive linemen up.
The quarterback scrambled around, but the defense able to scramble him and turn it into a sack. The Falcons decide to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Gets off his first one of the day. He was called on 5 times in the victory last week. And the returner will be brought down. And here comes the Navy offense. Boy, that last drive, they had a chance to put 3 on the board and passed. This one needs to be productive, David.
I got no problem with aggressiveness. It was a pretty decent drive. This offense isn't fully clicking yet. They need to get in a little better rhythm, and they need to capitalize on those scoring opportunities.
And they've got the weapons to do that too, David. They've got guys that can make plays in space. They need to focus on them and get them the ball this drive.
And that was a nice throw by the QB. When you see that drag route coming across the field, how about putting the ball right on his numbers? Not high, not low, where he has to stop his momentum. Right on the numbers where he can catch it, keep running, and chew up some yards after the catch.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Quarterback will audible. On 2nd down, he'll fire. He's right on target. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
You know who's got to love this offense picking up so many 1st downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams with great offenses.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hit. It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. They'll run it to the left looking for the end zone. And he moved it slightly forward. Defense played it well.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
They're trying to slam it in. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone. Lining up to add another.
And I love it. I love the physicality of this offense. It's 3rd and goal. I trust my offensive line to pave the way, give the ball to my running back, and know he's going to physically punch this thing into the end zone.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum, cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the 3rd quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
And they'll knock him down. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this 3rd down play. Clock running. They'll try to get the first through the air. The quarterback bought as much time as he could, but the defense got to him and sacked him. Referee signals timeout as the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. And the Falcons will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
Got his man downfield. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock.
It must be nice for this quarterback knowing he's got this type of athlete playing the tight end position. He can work the middle of the field for him. He's a guy who can stretch it vertically as well, but this is a guy the QB will look for early and often in this game.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Fast motion from the offense. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Quickly complete. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple 1st downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
To the air on 1st down. Lets it fly deep downfield. Pulls it in on the left. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal. They'll immediately call timeout. Here's 1st and goal, and they could go to the locker room with a huge cushion. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, midshipmen. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably scored pretty quick.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Defense backing up, trying to keep everything in front. Unleashes one. Got him downfield. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. It'll be a 1st down from the 49-yard line. He's going to pass. He's moving out of the pocket. He's going to run it. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
Timeout, Air Force.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. To the air, it's Miranda. Pocket starts to collapse. And they get him down for the sack, and they'll go to the locker room feeling good about their pass rush. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks so much, guys, and I need not tell you, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotion, and no surprise we saw just that in the first half today. It's been a fun start to this one, and this offense has really been the story. They've opened up a sizable lead, and unless something drastic changes, things might get even more out of hand. A combination of lethal efficiency, and that offensive line has been the key. They've mauled that defense and also just about broken their will. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. Navy will kick it deep to get the second half underway. The returner will field it and try to do some business. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And Navy will go back on the attack. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
And you're seeing here the difficulties defenses have trying to contain this guy. If you leave a lane open or you don't sack him right away, you allow him to get outside the pocket, he is going to take off, and he is very difficult to tackle in the open field. He's got running back-like ability out in space.
Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Using that running game to bludgeon forward. He's got 4 down to the 35.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on 1st down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good 2nd down.
Quick strike complete. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Going up top on 1st down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
He's got his man. They get him down after he makes the catch.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Headed to the line at the 23, trying to convert this 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man on the right. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
Just beautiful. And that's a great feeling as a quarterback when you make that throw. It keeps your offense on the field, keeps the offense in rhythm. Obviously, not as good as throwing a touchdown pass, but I'll tell you this, way better than having to trot off over to the bench and wait for your turn to get another shot.
The aerial assault continues. Now he's going to break the pocket. Touchdown, Navy! And the pummeling has started. Lining up for the PAT. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
That makes the score Navy 28.
On the move from inside his 5. He gets a block. Oh, what vision. Wide open, and it's a foot race. He will score. Touchdown, Falcons. He is headed to the sideline with a little bounce in his step after scoring on that kick return.
And he should have some bounce in his step. How about the effort, weaving in and out, covering all that space. Great blocking on the play, and he does the rest. You don't put guys back deep that can't roll. And you can see when he got in the open field, he rolled out.
Bringing it out. He just about popped that one for a long one, but as it is, he gives his team a lot of momentum with a solid return. And here comes the Navy offense. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
They'll leave it with the lone back. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
And I know it's not sexy, but those little runs just keep you on your heels, keep the sticks moving, making you understand, like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to be patient. A lot of offenses aren't patient. They get too big play happy, wanting to force the ball down the field. This offense is staying nice and patient right now.
Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep 3rd downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on 1st down.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. On the ground, it's Reese. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They're bringing heat. They'll run the screen. Got room at the 35. Only in the hops. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down. No matter how many times they tell you to look for it, it is tough to defend a perfectly executed screen.
Yeah, because I'm trying to go get the quarterback, and everything looks like pass, but when you see it, when you see that screen, you got to retrace your steps, get back in the play. Nice job by the offense, but the defense just has to recognize.
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
gets it out quickly. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
I love the QB here. He holds it, he holds it, he holds it just long enough to let the receiver run the drag route, and then he puts it out in front of him so he can catch it on the run in stride and then turn upfield to use his speed.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. They're trying to get to it. Finds his big tight end. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. How valuable is a tight end in the red area? Now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
I love it. Find the big fella down in the red area. Big target, works the middle of the field, easier throws. Nice job by this offense, keeping it very simple.
And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. On the move. Fighting for the end zone, and he dropped it. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover. They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5, and they'll try to get this drive started. The give out of the gun. Works his way for 3 and gets him out to the 5-yard line.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This is the type of play that can give the offense momentum. 3rd and short from inside the 20. Looking to throw, it's Miranda. He hurls one deep down the left side. And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass?
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. After that last drive, he came back to the sideline, and the coach probably said, "You dropped it? You didn't pick it up? Come on, get on the ball, Dan."
No, that's not what he said. He said, "You're doing a great job. Just keep your head up." Oh, yeah, he got blasted. You got to hold on to the football, Palmer. Turnovers decide games. Those are big plays.
It's tough on him, too, because he knows he let his offense down on that last drive. So you know that guy's eager and anxious to come out here and make a play.
Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
You know, this defense knew the offense was going to try to take shots vertically down the field and do it in a variety of ways. That time, they were able to defend the corner route and swat the ball down.
He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down marker.
Here comes Navy back to the line after picking up the 1st down. Wide receiver shows motion. They think they can create space here with a run to the right. They stop him at the 22, 15-yard pickup on the play, and a 1st down just outside the red zone. Navy is clicking on all cylinders right now. Give to Brown. He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the 1st down.
And the defense down in this game, they just can't do anything to stop this offense at this point, Dave. Right now, they know they're going to be trying to run the football and try and ice the game, but there's nothing at this point it seems they can do.
Yeah, and it's frustrating. I got to sell out, man. I got to bring as many guys to the line of scrimmage as I can. I got to find a way to get this ball back to my offense. The clock is not my friend, and them running the football is only going to run this thing out quicker. I got to find a way to make something happen, strip the football, do something.
He just threw that one away. Nobody was getting open. He had to live to fight another play in the red zone. It'll be third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Looking to the end zone on 3rd and goal. Trying to get to it. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. And they'll send out the field goal unit. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And that will extend their lead even further. That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot. You got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. Looking for a man. It's Miranda. Pulls it in. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
This offense has a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. Gets it out fast.
Well, and here's the problem offensively, because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
This offensive line is not going to like watching the film back tomorrow when they get the opportunity, because they have gotten beat time and time again up front, especially in passing situations. All of the hits, all of the sacks that this quarterback has taken is the biggest reason why they're going to lose this game.
Move those chains without a hitch. Well, actually, with a hitch, but you get the point.
I like that. Nicely done. The defense probably should have understood the ball was coming out quick, something like a hitch, a slant, the screen, something fast. They didn't. QB gets it on the money. Receiver gets the extra yards. Easy pitch and catch for the first down.
Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Spits it out to the back. He's got it. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play. The Falcons will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They want to just keep throwing it. Dances away. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Air Force. He didn't see anyone open, said, no problem, I'll take care of it myself.
Yeah, I've been there before. Been there, done that. Not my first rodeo. I've been in this kind of situation. Down by the goal line, I'm getting outside, and I'm taking it in myself.
And the quarterback goes down, but there is a penalty flag down, and I think the offense is going to pick up the first down. The defense was offside. At this point, a comeback would take one of the biggest miracles in the history of the sport, but they'll line up for the onside kick. Back on the attack. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the